roadblocks, barricades, traffic control, and all kinds of volunteers helping the police people to maintain the order, and the police cars on one side of the road, and another police car, another police car, and another police car. This is not anti-terrorist or a war. This is to protect Chinese students to take their higher education examinations. Why Chinese society is making such a fuss over an examination? Probably nobody has told you, because this examination would end up or would lead to a caste system of its young people. Same caste system of identity as in ancient India. Today, I'm going to show you the high school in my neighborhood, which has been used for this examination space. Every June, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th of June are the three most important days of the year, especially to the parents with high school graduates. All the high school graduates would sit for 3 days for this entrance examinations to university. And then the whole country has a system to assign or to allot students according to the examination results to these different universities. And this is what I'm going to explain to you. The different levels of the universities in China has led to people's identity, which they will be labeled for the rest of their life. And nationwide, the whole society is mobilized to protect the students who are taking examinations. For instance, many cities, whether big or small, have ordered construction sites 500 meters close by any high school to shut down during these 3 days. For many neighborhoods, they have stopped any maintenance or home decoration construction work because that would disturb students' sleep. The whole society is mobilized. They have all kinds of volunteers. You can see people wearing different kinds of uniforms. There are more than 1,000 universities across China offering undergraduate or bachelor's degree. All these government-owned universities are public universities. They are supposed to be equal to each other, but you know that all universities are equal, but some are more equal. The government has established this pyramid of universities. There are top 2 universities on top of it, and that's really Brahmin for all the university graduates. Below it, there are 100 or so, which is good universities. And below them, there are more than 1,000 universities that are considered untouchables. In effect, they have successfully created this caste system of universities. Allow me to give you 2 examples how university degree that matters for someone's lifetime. One of the richest men in China, called Jack Ma, he is a successful entrepreneur who has founded the most successful e-commerce website in China called Alibaba. Later on, it has splintered off into different successful businesses, including Alipay, which is a global digital payment system primarily focused on China, but it has been expanding to other countries. So even a person successful as Jack Ma, he has been ridiculed by so many people online because he went to a university not into the top group. In my opinion, Jack Ma had to demean his own background education in a self-defensive way publicly.
I went to the teachers' college, which was considered the 3rd or 4th class of my city.
But indeed, Jack Ma, when he went to university, 40 years ago, across whole China, there was only 200,000 students entering university each year. And today, the number is 10 million. But then people are still using today's standard to judge Jack Ma when the time he entered university, he was considered super privileged and super smart because he was one of the very few that could receive university degree or university education. So this is Jack Ma as an example. Another example is China's central government, which is a huge bureaucratic system, and each year they recruit fresh graduates from universities, only target from the 39 universities. In another word, they are grooming future governor or future managers for this country or for the central government. They only target these 39 universities, which is unbelievable in some countries because for all the government-owned universities, at least you'd better appear to be equal. But then, this is China. And everybody in the country got the message. If you want to really work in the central government, which would lead you in a fast-track career to be a politician or to be a government official, you have to enter one of these 39 universities. Otherwise, people would always look down upon you because your first degree is not from this 39. For the rest of your life, you will be suffering from inferiority complex, which was imposed by the whole society upon you. This is the secret why China's society appears to be so emphasizing on education. Yes, it is true. There's also a very big component of meritocracy, because if you want to select the best people to manage the society, manage different companies, of course you need to select the best students from some top universities. But however, very few countries would make this kind of a selection notoriously public in such way as in China. No wonder so many parents in China are paranoid for their high school graduates. Whether you can enter a good university or not, it purely depends on one examination. The 3 days examination would make a big difference for your whole life. And for China's vast population and the differences among the educational resources different cities, different provinces have, many ordinary parents of high school graduates, they are even willing to defend this selection system with their life, because ordinary people see this is one of the very few procedures or process in China that is not corrupted that much. This examination system is not perfect, and so many universities or so many parents they want to change it. But however, any flexibility in the selection criteria would lead to even more corruption, because even this examination system itself, there are areas that people with power, with money could take advantage of. But nevertheless, so far, the whole country is convinced in more or less that this entrance examination system to university is by far relatively fair and most practical. But because of this, it might be easier or natural for you to understand why parents are waiting here. And today is the last day of the entrance examination. I'm walking over from my home and towards this high school gate in my neighborhood. And so many parents that wait for their children to come out after these examinations. In the recent years, across the whole country, there's a new superstition that if the mothers wear the traditional changshan or the qipao, Anyway, the traditional style Chinese women's clothes that would bring good luck. And at the same time, bring in sunflower, so good luck. Finally, the examinations ended. Their family members, their relatives, even their friends, they come and wait here to welcome the students finish the exam and to celebrate. And some students, the highly controlled 3 years in high school to prepare for these exams, finally they show some kind of a personal character. For instance, like a girl shouted out to someone probably non-existent or someone she had a crush. She just shouted out, "I love you." You can see families huddled together, cannot help the tears in the eyes. And you can also hear students yelling as a sign of relief after 3 years hard work. This delivery man, probably his work has been disrupted for 3 days, and now it's getting more disruption at this hour. When he passed by the crowd, he cursed seriously. But he does have many reasons to be angry. In China's context, for those who failed to enter universities or who failed to enter good universities, many of them would have to end up in a humble profession as express delivery. Families, friends that are taking photos in different places around the high school where they just took the exams. The security guards finally they got some work to do to be volunteer photographers. Many families are here with family members of different ages, of different generations. They are here to welcome the high school graduate as a hero just returned from the battlefield. This is a typical family of four. The parents, the high school graduate in black color, and his younger brother in bright yellow shirt. This youngster is probably about 7 or 8 years old. He jumped around his brother happily, not knowing what type of life ahead of him in the high school. But for the moment, the whole family, as well as many families across the country, just want to celebrate the moment, celebrate completion of a big task in their life.